The man was on the verge of freezing to death. Yet, instead of bundling up, he unzipped his jacket and stripped off his clothes, even his underwear, in minus 30 degrees Celsius cold. He curled up naked in the snow, his body trembling uncontrollably, teeth chattering as he gasped for breath. He filled a small bag with snow, hoping to melt it into water. It was only the second day since he'd been stranded in the mountains. No food, no water, and earlier he had fallen into an icy lake. To survive, he had to strip and hang his soaked clothes to dry. By nightfall, the fabric was still damp. In despair, he shouted into the freezing wind. Then suddenly, he saw a faint light on the mountain top. A house, he thought, throwing on the wet clothes. He hid between the rocks for warmth. On the third morning, he finally drank melted snow and began climbing toward the peak. But soon dizziness overwhelmed him. He collapsed face first in the snow and blacked out. On the fourth day, he forced himself up again, afraid to faint. He climbed with his eyes closed. When he opened them, he realized the house had never existed. It was only a hallucination. Still, he refused to give up. Then pain struck his legs. He rolled up his pants and saw his socks frozen to his skin. When he peeled them off, a chunk of flesh tore away. He tried to eat it, but gagged, so he saved it for later. That night, he took shelter inside a hollow tree. He reached for his phone, but it was dead. On the sixth day, the faint sound of a helicopter echoed above. He screamed for help, but the trees blocked the pilot's view. By the time he reached open ground, the helicopter was gone. On the eighth day, starving and desperate, he finally ate the frozen piece of his own flesh. The pain reignited his will to live. He pushed forward with the last of his strength and finally reached the mountain summit. But still, no radio signal. He pressed record and whispered his final goodbye to his mother, then closed his eyes, facing the endless white. Just before the radio shut off, a weak signal broke through. The radar caught his location, and the rescue helicopter arrived. After 8 brutal days of hell, the man was finally saved.